Incredible India has set aside over $10 billion grant for African countries. That's one of the main talking points following the one-day summit in New Delhi. And how does Nigeria benefit from the grant?
When India agrees to maybe put a factory, it solves some unemployment problems. And the goods and services they produce, that means our foreign exchange will not suffer so much. All the Indian companies may ask is one, repatriation of their profit, which is part of the agreement, and then some essential raw materials which are not available, which are not available in Nigeria. I think the benefit is very clear.
Your Excellency, how much have you recovered so far in the fight against corruption? And how do you feel when critics say that you're being selective?
I cannot tell you offhand how much we have recovered. But for those who have been selective, if they were not involved in corruption, they wouldn't mind. They would even encourage us to get whoever has compromised his position in the trust given to him. So I see it in the papers. I watch it on your screens. But I have never lost a sleeve on it, because those that are not corrupt should only encourage us to even do more. But those that are interested in the safety of those that have abused trust in the country will go to any length, including bribing people to give false information and so on. I'm not being selective. Whoever is caught will be the documents that incriminates him or her will be used in the courts to prosecute him, for the Nigerians to know really who have abused trust.
Your Excellency, the 3-month target you gave to the military to annihilate, to flush out Boko Haram is running out. A situation where they don't meet the target. Would there be an extension?
Well, the main objective is to get rid of Boko Haram. Whether it's within the time limit we gave to the military or outside it, we'll maintain focus on our objective and we will support them. Normally I'm an optimistic person. Those that have already given up, I'm sorry for them. But I remain confident that our military and other law enforcement agencies are more than equal to Boko Haram.
The PDP and APC in the National Assembly have been polarized following the confirmation of one of your nominees for ministerial position. Does that bother you?
You see, this is a teamwork. There's no way. I said I know people. But there are people I accept from other people in our team that I trust without even knowing them. Maybe the one that had problem in the National Assembly, I doubt if I have ever met him in my life. I doubt if I ever met him. But then I'm working with others. I didn't walk into the presidency alone. I have to depend on all the 3 tiers of government from all parts of the country. We cannot work outside the Constitution. There must be a cabinet representative from each state. Yes, there used to be 42 ministers. I think we will be lucky if we can have half of that now, because we cannot afford it. Others they may not be substantive ministers, but they will sit in the cabinet because that's what the Constitution said. And we cannot operate outside the Constitution.
So are you reducing the number of ministers?
Of course. Unless you can volunteer to be paying them. The government is broke.
There are talks, Your Excellency, about your being too slow in addressing infrastructure issues in a country that is yearning for development.
Why the money? Do you know? You must have known. The federal government has to help 27 states out of 36 to pay salaries. Nigeria cannot pay salaries. The federal government itself has to summon the governor of central bank and see how it could pay salaries. Not to talk of the projects, the agreement we signed with foreign countries and the counter funding and so on. The country was materially vandalized and morally so. And you are in a position to know it more than myself, unless you are testing my knowledge whether I know it or not.
Your Excellency, when it is all said and done, what would you want to be remembered for?
Yes, if we survive it, I want to be remembered that Nigerians have found out that I was genuine. I was a real patriot. Not that I only fought the civil war, but I fought corruption to stand still.
President Buhari assures Indians and the international community of efforts to make Nigeria an envy of all, calling on them to avail themselves of the conducive environment that will be created by his administration for investment to thrive. Chukwuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.